Backyard we chillin', backyard we drinkin', smoking, homie bought out the liquor. Backyard we getting.
Everybody, calm down. Let's not riot yet. Okay? Because the game's not out. We don't know. We haven't heard anything from Activision yet. And it's extremely unlikely that Activision would just release the campaign of Modern Warfare 2. But if you clicked on this video not knowing, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered was actually leaked not too long ago, but there was another leak that said that it's only going to be the campaign and not the multiplayer, which is actually ridiculous. So I'm going to really break down and go into further detail on why I personally think that there will be a multiplayer indeed. Now, this all started with Charlie Intel. I'm pretty sure they had some type of inside, connections, and they got someone to tell them that the campaign is going to be the only game mode featured on Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, and that there's going to be no multiplayer. So that it all started with Charlie Intel, and everyone started going crazy. But since then, there have been multiple other sources saying the same exact thing, so it's not really looking good. That's not really good news, but there are some other things that I'd like to point out. Even after all these confirmations, there's still some things you gotta look at. Like, I get that the game is only $25, but come on now, this is Activision. This company makes millions and millions of dollars, and they love money. They do. Look at these supply drops, man. They love money, so I don't think they'd want to miss out on an opportunity of making a lot of money, and we all know this. It's kind of the elephant in the room right now. But still, why would Activision go ahead and do this? I have some theories on how this information was leaked or why it was leaked. One theory that I have that is probably pretty likely is that the game is just unfinished at the moment. We already got an unfinished remaster with Modern Warfare Remastered. The game released a little bit early, I'd say, with the campaign only, but I believe that the multiplayer was still technically inside the game or whatever, but it did get released with the campaign access first. And when the game was actually fully released, it didn't even have all the maps yet, so Call of Duty releases stuff incomplete. We know this, and they reveal things that when they're incomplete. That's nothing new from Call of Duty. World War II is still incomplete. Call of Duty does things like that. So maybe the current state of the game, there is no multiplayer, but they're probably gonna add one in later on eventually. That was a simple theory. That's something everybody has in the back of their minds, but what about this? I've heard so few people talk about this, but what about this? What if Activision is trying to combat leaks? What if Activision doesn't want us to pay attention to leaks because maybe they could be false, maybe they're true, but they just don't want us paying attention to these leaks? Because maybe, what I'm thinking, Activision purposely told these developers or these setup group of people who've come out and say that there will only be campaign. They told them to do this so that when the game is actually revealed, people will say, oh, there was multiplayer, and then after that people will just start barely paying attention to leaks. Maybe that's something that they would want. They want to try and combat the leaks a little bit. One reason why they might want to combat leaks is just false hype. There's so much false hype in this community, it's ridiculous. Remember when Call of Duty World War II, people thought that was going to be a Vietnam game, and then Call of Duty 2016, which was, I don't know why I called that, Infinite Warfare, people thought that was going to be a World War II game, and so there's just a lot going on in the community where it's just false hope everywhere, just false hype everywhere. And maybe Activision said enough is enough, We're sick of taking the punches for this, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna shut down leaks altogether, release false information as leaks, and then people will just stop paying attention to leaks altogether, or less, and the hype will die down every time someone creates a leak. Maybe that was one thing. I have another theory though. What if this is an April Fool's joke from Activision themselves? This would be a huge April Fool's joke, but what if it was, and the reason that it's happening before April 1st, April Fool's, is because the game is gonna get revealed before April Fool's. So sometime very soon we were just gonna get a reveal of the game. That would probably be insane, and it makes sense too, because in a month, if it comes out scheduled like how it was on that Italian Amazon ad, then it would make complete sense if that really happened. But you know, this is all just, you know, theories that I've thrown up in the air. I really hope that multiplayer comes to Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. I hope Modern Warfare 2 Remastered is a thing. You know, Call of Duty really needs to pick me up right now. World War 2 just wasn't it. I already made a video about that. Well, technically I did know about BO4, but I kind of talked about it in there. But that's pretty much gonna wrap this up. Comment down below some of your thoughts about what you think might be going on, or if you think that it's just an only campaign, or just write what you think about Activision right now in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe, because there will definitely be lots of more content on the way, and I'm out.
Backyard we chillin', backyard we drinkin'.